In Jamaica, the People's National Party PNP has been analyzing the factors that led to its defeat in the February 25 general elections. The party failed in its bid to secure a second term in office, going down to the JLP's 32 seats to their 31. In hindsight, the PNP believes it ran a disastrous campaign that was punctuated by divisions. More in this report from Leslie and Sherwood.
At a press conference on Thursday, the People's National Party, PNP, put forward reasons why the party lost the February 25 general elections. The internal analysis was carried out by a 13-member appraisal committee led by Member of Parliament for South East St. Andrew, Julian Robinson. The PNP believes it was never election ready, and despite having the advantage of being the incumbent, it concedes not enough was done to build on that momentum. Mr. Robinson says the party ran a divided campaign.
There were different centers, and if you notice the language, we said the campaign was divided.
So centers was the euphemism for another campaign.
There were different centers that operated without the level of coordination that typically surrounds national campaigns. Right? That has been acknowledged in the report, and we have said that as one of the issues and one of the weaknesses.
Another frank disclosure: the party lacked coordination in its fundraising efforts. Mr. Robinson explains that there was no central group in the party that pooled monies collected on behalf of the party.
It was apparent that there were different centers within the campaign management structure, and there was a lack of coordination in the fundraising effort. And instead of having a single center that had all the funds coming into, or being aware, because in every campaign, persons will raise, people have different capacities to raise funds, but it was clear that there wasn't that central coordination of all the funds that came into the PNP as a whole, and as such, that led to what I would call some suboptimal outcomes, quite frankly.
The Robinson-led post-election review committee also revealed that the decision not to participate in the national political debates was a disastrous decision, which the party paid dearly for. It was the PNP's campaign director, Dr. Peter Phillips, who insisted that the party would not participate in the debate unless then-opposition leader Andrew Holness would declare his finances to the Integrity Commission of Parliament. Dr. Phillips had maintained that the party had done this to demonstrate to the electorate that they were deserving of a second term. In hindsight, the party now rejects that view. So will Dr. Phillips be penalized? Member of the appraisal team, Senator Wentworth Skeffrey, says that's not necessary because Dr. Phillips' post expired after the election cycle.
That position comes to an end when the election ends. But how you go forward in reorganizing for future election, that's for current leadership and future leadership to determine. So the power principle doesn't mean that you can't fire someone who doesn't know have a position. But no, you ask a question, let's just answer. So the power principle exactly is what we are going through now in having real authentic data to make decisions going forward. So the issue of firing as you want to go, it could not be on the cards now. You no longer have a campaign director. It was a temporary position for a specific purpose.
The post-election review committee says it wasn't their mandate to hold anyone accountable for the party's election loss. Chairman of the committee, Julian Robinson, says the PNP must now move forward in implementing its recommendations in order to return the party to better days.
The need to strengthen the secretariat in terms of organizing, enumeration, communication, and recruitment. Third, the implementation of a pilot program to reform the role of party groups. Fourth, the establishment of a group of mentors to provide guidance and support, especially to new members of Parliament and candidates in the rebuilding process. Fifth, the need for aspirants to be approved by the Integrity Commission prior to them facing the delegates internally. Sixth, the need to develop a time frame within which internal disputes are resolved and the decisive application of necessary sanctions.
The findings will be presented to the committees of the party and then to the People's National Party PNP's National Executive Committee by the end of June, after which the full document will be presented to the public. I am Leslie Sherwood for CEEN Caribbean News.
Meanwhile, political analyst Richard Crawford says he isn't surprised by the reasons put forward by the PNP that contributed to their election loss. In fact, he says the PNP lost because they didn't convince young voters that they had the best policies to improve their lives. He says the manner in which the party shunned young candidates who were vying for office was also another drawback.
Earlier on, we knew the PNP was going to be in trouble because of the way they treated the younger members of the party, the Price, Hannah, as we say, Crawford, and a few others. The party made a very serious mistake there by not, even if those persons were not suitable candidates, that's not what came across to the public. It came across, and they themselves said it. Raymond Price said it. Damian Crawford said it, and Lisa Hannah in her very powerful statement said it. The party seemed to have shunned the new, younger members of the party. And essentially, I think why they did that is because they didn't want to take the criticism or accept the criticism coming from them. So that was a real problem for the party. Now, if you translate that now to the fact that most of the people in the country who don't vote are young people, and if the People's National Party seems to be dissing young people, then you're going to get no votes from the young people, and I think that's what added up there.